Hola chicos y chicas, welcome to the notes for the preterite ER and IR endings. La explicación. Okay, so the preterite tells what happened at a particular moment in the past. This is building off of what we took notes on in Unit 1, Lesson 2, which had to do with the AR preterite endings. Okay, so let's begin. The endings for ER and IR verbs in the preterite tense are relatively simple because they share the same endings. The yo form is I, con acento. To form, iste. Él, ella y usted, y, o. Nosotros es y, mos. Vosotros estéis. Ellos, ellas y ustedes hieron. Now, I've mentioned this in class several times. For those of you guys that have the difficulty of remembering the ending for the vosotros form, if you know how to conjugate the to form, which is iste, then all you do is add an is, and you have your ending for the vosotros form. Moving down, let's try and conjugate a few verbs. Alright, we have abrir. Okay, it means to open. So, yo abrí, tú abriste, él, ella y usted abrió, nosotros abrimos, vosotros abristeis, ellos, ellas y ustedes abrieron. The next verb is to write, right? Escribir means to write. The yo form is escribí. Tú escribiste. Él, ella y usted escribió. Nosotros escribimos. Vosotros escribisteis. Ellos, ellas y ustedes escribieron. Okay, moving on down. I have a question here for you. ¿Corriste mucho en la clase de educación física? Right, take some time to think about the response for this question. Because there are no interrogative words, no question words, you know that this is a yes or no question, which would merit a yes or no response. Okay, the response you could have similar to this one. Sí, yo corrí mucho en la clase de educación física. Or no, no corrí mucho en la clase de educación física. The next question I have here for you is, ¿quién metió un gol en el partido de fútbol? Okay, take some time. Remember, ¿quién? ¿Quién means who? Meter is a vocabulary from this lesson. And the response you should have is basically anybody, the name of some person. Marco metió un gol en el partido de fútbol, because the question is asking who scored a goal in the soccer match. Número 3. ¿Dónde comió el almuerzo tu amigo? Once again, interrogative word is ¿dónde? Response would be, mi amigo comió el almuerzo en la cafetería. Okay, or anywhere else. Mi amigo comió el almuerzo en el restaurante. Or a specific place. Mi amigo comió el almuerzo en Tacos del Norte. Great. Question number 4. ¿Cuándo saliste de la casa para ir a la escuela? So we have another interrogative word here. We have cuándo. ¿Cuándo saliste de la casa para ir a la escuela? Sample response. Yo salí de la casa a las 7:30 de la mañana. Okay, so because it's asking when you left your house in order to come to school. Okay, and I have two verbs here left. Okay, in the present tense, they'd be boot verbs, specifically E to I verbs. Now, I'm going to keep with the theme of working in the preterite form and show you how to conjugate these specific verbs in the preterite form. Now, notice I have the bottom two boxes in the chart highlighted. Okay, so yo competí, tú competiste, él, ella y usted compitió. Nosotros competimos, vosotros compitisteis, en ellos, ellas y ustedes compitieron. Okay, notice that the E in the third person singular and third person plural changed to an I. The same thing will apply to seguir. Okay, seguir would be yo seguí, tú seguiste, él, ella y usted siguió, nosotros seguimos, vosotros seguisteis, ellos, ellas y ustedes siguieron. Okay, once again, the E changes to an I. Okay, and this would only happen in the preterite tense. Okay, in the present tense, all those E's would change to I's. Okay, and if that is confusing to you, bring it up in class and I'll give you an example of how to conjugate these verbs in the present tense. Okay, chicos y chicas, that concludes the note-taking section. I'll see you in class. Hasta luego.